I'm not nervous, I'm not scared. For the first time I'm aware, my eyes are open, I have awoken, I will follow you. Now I fall into my knees, but as I kneel I feel the breeze, and I will waste no time in saying you've made me realize that all this time I've been drifting.
What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we are going drifting. Yeah, it's been like, what month was it, do you remember, that I made that video? Yeah, it was like, I don't know, yeah, it was like half a year ago, nearly a year ago at this stage, that I made a video saying that I was going drifting in Mondello, and today's the day. I didn't like make any kind of like leading up videos or anything like that, it wasn't arse basically. But yeah, today's the day. Essentially, yeah. Today's the day, we're just basically waiting for the lift now, and we're literally just going to get in the car and go. So I just thought I'd do a little quick intro kind of thing, and yeah, I'll like get some clips on the way and pulling into Mondello and stuff like that, and whatever I can record from like the safety briefing or whatever like that. And also Alan from episode 1 of the Drift Lounge podcast. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link in the description down there. Do check it out, it's great. Yeah, he's actually there today, so hopefully I'll get Alan teaching me, which would be deadly. So I've got the cameras, boop, I've got 2 of these, and I've got the mounts and stuff like that, so I'm hoping to get some good footage. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. So yeah, just hope you enjoyed the video.
I wander through the ghost town, through the streets. You have to meet me somewhere in the middle, 'cause your voice is keeping me upon my feet.
Alright, I just wanted to talk about this clip really quickly. So this is, I think, the second set of runs. The kid that is getting out of the car there in the red shirt, he's maybe 13 or 14. And obviously being so short or whatever, he pulled his seat really forward. So as you can see here, I get into the car, or I try to get into the car, and I get stuck. I tried to get into the car and I actually can't get in. After I take the helmet off, I still bump my head off the roof of the car. And then eventually, yeah, I pull it back and I eventually get into the car and then we go. But it was just hilarious. Like, I physically couldn't get in. And you see me reaching my head out there to close the door. But that's just like something really funny that I just thought I'd stop and point out really quickly before we get going again. So this is actually my first run on the uphill corner. If you don't know, it's laid out into 2 different corners. There's the kind of downhill one and the uphill one. So this is my first ever attempt at the uphill one. We basically, I kind of nailed it. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit proud of this for my first attempt. Like, I actually get around the whole way through, like, sliding. It was just, I was so stoked. But yeah, so it's, if you don't know, if you've never been to Mondello, if you've never done the Prodrift Academy, it's split up into 2 sections. So the one that I'm approaching now is kind of what I would call the downhill section, which is kind of, it's ever so slightly downhill. It's very flat, but it is ever so slightly downhill. And they were constantly watering it. As you can see there in the clip on the left-hand side there was just a constant stream of water. So the thing was basically flooded. There was no grip. It was very hard to kind of, well, I say no grip, like no grip relatively speaking. It was very hard to actually apply power and not spin out. Whereas this uphill one was just so insanely fun. Because you're going uphill, it's pretty bumpy. It's just, it feels like what actually drifting should feel like. You can go in, you can pull the handbrake, you can go hard. Like, as you can see here, I go a little hard, I look like I have it, and then I spin. But yeah, it's just, I was like in love with that that second turn. We couldn't actually do it, so for the first 5 minutes, again, just explain really quickly how it works. When you show up, you've got 3 5-minute sessions. You have a 5-minute, then the next guy has 5 minutes, then the next guy has 5 minutes, then your turn for the 5 minutes, and so on and so forth. For our first session of 5 minutes, the tractor hadn't actually watered the top half of the course yet. So it was all dry, and for whatever reason, we weren't allowed to do it. So we had to wait for that. So for the first 5 minutes, I was kind of just getting around the bottom section, and I was doing it fine. But then eventually for the second and third goes of it, yeah, they oh god, I'm just watching this back. It was so much fun. But yeah, they allowed us to go into the uphill corner basically for the second, third runs. What ended up happening was weird. It was kind of like a placebo effect. Whereas when I didn't even realise that there was a second corner that we could go on, I was like doing fairly well with the downhill corner, with the one that's been constantly watered. As you can see, that I'm actually coming around now. Like I was doing fairly well, and obviously for my first couple of runs I'd spin out or whatever like that. Like my first run I span out, second run I didn't pull the handbrake hard enough, and then the third run I finally got it. And then yeah, just throughout the next 5 minutes I was doing it fine. I was just kind of not even really thinking about it, just doing it, going ahead. Maybe it was just because I was nervous or everything, and I wasn't like I wasn't putting down too much accelerator or speed or whatever. But basically, what happened was in the second and third stints, I was nailing it up around the second corner, up around the uphill one. But down, I don't know if I think I just got too confident and maybe was taking in too much speed or wasn't holding the handbrake long enough or something. These are things Alan was saying, like maybe I need to hold the handbrake a bit longer. But I just couldn't get it. I could not get it for the life of me. So this clip is like here, as you can see, is from the second stint. Obviously because I'm going on the second corner. It's on the second stint. And you can see, I just cannot, for the life of me, for some reason, then get that second corner. No matter, like, despite the fact that I was killing it in the first one, which was just very frustrating. Now, it was, like, kind of equated by the fact that I kill it here. Like, on this uphill one, it's insanely fun. Just insanely fun, that uphill corner. And the fact that I was making it basically every time, if not, like, probably, like, 7 or 8 out of 10 times that I did it, I made it around. It was, yeah, that was just amazing. But it was very strange that I just could not get it around this final corner for some reason. You see there, that was a big spin off. Like, I nearly went outside the water into the joy there with that one. But yeah, just something that I thought I'd mention about, and just has a bit of commentary over this little section of clips here. For the rest of the video, it's just going to be kind of a mishmash of the completed runs, and then at the end I'll put in all the spin outs, and you can see all the nitty gritty, that kind of thing. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
I'm not nervous, I'm not scared. For the first time I'm aware, my eyes are open, I have awoken, I will follow you. Now I fall into my knees, but as I kneel I feel the breeze, and I will waste no time in saying you've made me realize that all this time I've been drifting. You've made me realize that all this time I've been drifting.
What up, Alan Hines, former guest of the Prodrift podcast?
I said it.
No, I call it wrong. I call my own podcast the wrong name.
Right, so this is our attempt of showing you how it's done.
This is Alan giving us the beans.
The beans means the hindsight.
The hindsight.
The hindsight. Right, what's happening there? Right, we'll just go.
Go for it. really nice when it started to dry out, like. It's very good.
That was awkward.
That felt lovely.
That was a bit of a...
The transitions just feel great, man.
Sweet. Alright. Oh,
Thanks, Alan Hines.
Not a bother, man. Just off on another weird hard
Okay,
side.
okay, let's get this right.
Yeah.
Cheers then.
What's going on, people? So we're all done here. That was unreal. That was insanely fun. That's the car that I was driving. I got some nice little shots of it. It was just incredibly fun. And I had Alan, as you may have seen, I think you'll see in one of the clips, I had Alan from the episode 2 of the Drift Lounge podcast helping me out. He was giving me kind of tips and what to do and all that. Here's the course. So, you can see it around there. I couldn't get that corner. I could not get that corner. It was too slippy. This one going uphill, I was fine. That one, not so much. But yeah, it was great crack. Did alright. Spun a lot, but also made a couple of turns. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'll just wrap it up there. Just amazing. I'm sorry about not getting any in-car footage. I forgot to mount. I forgot to mount for my cameras. I've been waiting for this for like a year, and I somehow managed to forget to mount. It's really disappointing. But yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed what you're seeing, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Alright, so I thought now that we're just waiting for the lift home, I'd set up the camera in front of the grandstand. We just came across now, we were like at trackside. I just thought I'd do like a little expanded thoughts on it, because I just kind of gave a quick rundown and we had to kind of clear out of the way of the track, or get out of the way of the cars. There's another guy coming up next for his kind of private tuition kind of thing. But yeah, I think I did alright. I have a lot of experience, so I have a lot of experience from the games. That as silly as it sounds, that does help. Alan, as you know, again, shamelessly plugging the podcast, if you've seen the episode, Alan started off with the games as well. He started off with Assetto Corsa or Forza, or Factor, all that kind of thing. And that helped him a lot. Like, he had a lot of experience. That's one of the things that he told me, was that my experience in those games actually helped a lot, because I knew if I was starting to spin out, I just put the handbrake down, or sorry, put the clutch down, pull the handbrake, kind of ease off track. Like, it's just kind of things that a lot of the other people that went wouldn't have known to do. Like, that's just kind of stuff that even though I don't have any experience. I think the fastest car I've ever driven was, I don't think there is one. I don't think there is a fastest car that I've driven. They've all just been generic, like kind of everyday 1 litres and 2 litres on it like that. Like, I've never driven a really decent fast car, so I shouldn't have any experience, but just knowing those kind of basic things in my head from the games helped a lot. Now, it's not to say that it didn't spin. You'll see, I won't cut out any, like, I'll give all the nitty gritty, all the bad stuff, everything will be left in. But yeah, just overall, it just felt like it did pretty decent. Like, definitely a couple of spins. The bottom corner, as I said in the quick clip earlier on, it was really wet first of all, so you can probably see in the clips that they constantly watered it, whereas the top corner, they watered it once from the back of a tractor, and that was it basically. The bottom corner, they just continuously were soaking, and it was also downhill. So I'm coming in, like, kind of going full speed in second gear, pulling the handbrake, also feinting. I was aiming away and then turning in and handbraking. Again, I really wish I had some in-car footage. Unfortunately, I don't.
Apparently I do. Alan took out his phone and recorded a quick Instagram story for me. So that's me driving there, as you can see. That's me pulling the handbrake, steering. A little bit of in-car footage. Nothing much, but it's better than nothing.
Major brain fart. I've been thinking about this for a year. I've been planning every camera. I brought all the cameras, all the straps, all that. I just forgot the actual mount to hold them. But yeah, like, I was just going in too hard, like Scandinavian flicking, and also pulling the handbrake, like, and just kind of maybe not being as gentle with the accelerator as I should. But yeah, like, but when I did pull it off, like, that uphill section, that uphill one was unreal, because you can basically, again, we're only doing like 50 miles an hour in second gear. Like, we're not doing big, massive, crazy entries, but it just felt so fast. Like, just going to that uphill section, nailing it down the straight, nailing it like through the cones, pulling the handbrake in, and then just kind of guiding it around. Like, basically, Alan, all he could say to me was, since he didn't, like, again, not to my own horn, but literally what he said was, well, since I don't really have anything to tell you about the detailed techniques, just kind of see if you can get it close to the cone, act as if it's a competition corner. And I'm proud to say I kind of did. Like, I hope some of the clips will be on the camera. Aisling, I don't know if you can see her. Just stupid wasps! All day, wasps have been terrorising us. Go away. It's probably not helpful that I'm resting on a bin. Ashley recorded the clips. I'm hoping that they'll show off some of the better runs and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do then towards the end. We got 3 5-minute runs, and like, you get a good few laps. Like, and there's 2 corners per run. So there's the bottom. It's like an oval. So there's a bottom corner, which was the wet one, and then the top, again, you see it in the clips. But yeah, like, there's definitely things that I could improve upon. Like, it's a lot to take in for your first time, so just like kind of paying attention more to what I'm doing. Like, a lot of what I was doing was just kind of
natural. I was just kind of like doing it what I thought I should be doing, rather than like focusing on what I was doing and actually changing the way that I was doing things. Like that could be something that I can definitely improve upon. Just generally like having another couple of goes, and I definitely think I'd pick it up. I was very surprised at how easy it was, and I don't mean that in a cocky way. I just mean how easily controllable the cars were. These aren't like fully built spec competition cars like that, all like completely like spec'd out. These are basically, what was it, 250, 300 horsepower 350Zs with kind of basic tunes and stuff like that, tweaks and stuff like that to make them pretty decent drifters. But yeah, like these aren't crazy things, so like the crazy competition cars, but you'd be surprised by how easy it was. I don't know how to explain it. Like compared to like the games and stuff like that, it is basically the same. Like you just kind of, the cars, they almost drive themselves in a really weird way. Like the wheels really do turn as easily as it looks like, and as like it feels if you play a set of course or whatever like that. Like it really is that kind of easy. It's just incredible. What I will say, the biggest thing that surprised me is how slow it looks on video. I promise you, in the car it feels like you are doing like you're going so much faster than you are. The video looks like, well, it looks like, because you are technically, like we aren't going that fast actually, but just in the car, the sensation of speed, like when you put the foot down and you're coming towards this corner and you know that you have to pull a handbrake and try and get around it, the sensation of speed is just incredible. Again, these cars, like they, as I said, on one hand they're not full spec competition cars, but on the other hand they're 300 horsepower like V6s. Like these are V6 VQ whatever the full code is, VQ Nissan engines, VQ24DE or something like that. But yeah, like they're just so much fun. I don't know, I'm kind of lost for words. I really am like all over the place a little bit with this, because it's been something that I've wanted to do since I was like 14, 15 maybe, something like that. Like that's basically one off the bucket list. There's another like step up, which is the ignition course. One of the big things that I was proud of today was, kind of accidentally on purpose, I was taking off towards the uphill and the car got away from me a little bit and I was pointing away from the corner, and I was like, oh sure, I can just manage this. So I kept the slide going, brought it back around, enter the corner, pull the handbrake and just drift around the corner. So basically I did a mini transition, and that was just something that was just something that I was stoked on. I didn't think that that'd be ever something that I would be able to do today, at least. I thought it would just be the simple one corner things. But when I realised that he didn't give out to me for doing that, I did it one or two more times, then he did give out to me. Apparently the drive shafts or something like that can't take it if you're not careful in the dry or something like that. I'm not sure the details of it, but yeah. So that's the next goal, is basically the ignition course. So what was this was the Prodrift Academy experience kind of thing. You just get to experience drifting a car. The ignition one then has transitions, kind of getting closer to, not say clipping points, but like actually, say if you have an S, trying to actually hit sort of where you're trying to go for the insides of corners and that kind of thing. I can hear them now, I can see the way that they have it done. So they've got the first uphill corner, and then Alan just moved the cones as we were leaving. I could see Alan move the cones, and it's basically like you come around the first corner and then you transition backwards. Basically you basically transition and come around the other way and get through the cones, if you get me, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's the next one. It's just, and you get a discount, which is cool for doing this one. If you live in Ireland, anywhere at all in the country, it's amazing. Do it. It's not that much, it's not that expensive for this one. Like whether you get it, ask it for Christmas if you're younger, or if you have a girlfriend or a husband or a wife or whatever it is, boyfriend, ask for it. If you can't afford it, ask for it for Christmas, for a birthday present. Just do it. Like it's so much fun, and it's much faster now. I was expecting a lot of sitting around and waiting. Basically, because it's only 5-minute runs per person and you get 3 of them, you do your 5-minute run, you wait for 2 other people. Like I have like groups of 3, so you wait for 2 other people. It's 2 wasps now. You wait for 2 other people, they do their runs. It's about 10 minutes, you can chill and have a sup of your drink or whatever like that, and then you go back out for your run. It's just unreal. And then at the very end, you can probably see, you'll see the clip again, you get taken out for a trip doing the full course runs, like with transitions and everything, corner to corner, with the instructors, which was insanely fun. Alan did break the car, his car, not while I was in it. In one of the other runs, Alan debeaded the tyre, I think, or delaminated the tyre, one or the other. But yeah, there was just kind of a little pop and you had to bring it back into the pits. But that's it. I'm just going to wrap it up there. It's a bit of a ramble. I just want to get some more full thoughts out without these feckin' wasps killing me before we head home. Yeah, because I just thought that the little clip that I did stand in front of the car was a little bit short, so I want to give some more in-depth thoughts about it. Too long, didn't watch. A lot of fun. I did better than I thought I did. I also expected to spin out a lot, and I did. So yeah, I highly recommend it. So that's about it. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Goodbye, Asing.